Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go. Knock knock, it's the Todd and Joe morning show.
Knock knock.
Yeah.
Wow, that was stopped abruptly.
I know it kind of does.
Up? I'm Todd. This is my partner Joe, and this is the Todd and Joe morning show. We're not doing the switch hitter thing.
No.
Maybe a little. Maybe a little. Shit.
There's a whole fucking thing. I may have spoke about it before, but I'm going to speak about it again. And if you haven't ever listened to it, can't find it on like Spotify, but I'm assuming you can find the whole thing on YouTube. The marijuana logs. It was like early 2000s, and it's Doug Benson, Arj Barker, and Tony Kameen. And it's basically like the vagina monologues, you know, it's just set hot. So there is a whole thing about, you know, he's like, for I wake and bake, and then he just does like a whole like I rise with red eyes, you know, like just you know, like I mean, like the whole like little fucking thing is just basically
I blaze with the morning haze.
It's fucking actually, you know what? We're gonna see. Do you have any anywhere you would go to buy cannabis in New York State, Joe? Where would you go for that? I've been looking and searching for some of the highest quality, top shelf cannabis, but at an affordable price. And I'm hoping you can help me out with this.
Actually, and hopefully it will be debuting soon. Okay. Very recently, I ramped my vaporizer died, and I didn't know what to do. But like a superhero, like Superman that came out 2 weeks ago, like Fantastic Four that came out a couple days ago, you showed up out of nowhere like an RKO, and you put me in your car, and you took me to Onondaga Boulevard out in Syracuse, and I became what I finally know who I am deep in my soul. I became one of Joe's buds. And we got hooked the fuck up. It is awesome. Like, dude, the staff. Like, I felt like I was coming home. Like, I was walking into an old friend's house. They were super knowledgeable, super helpful, and they didn't break my wallet. Like, I got shit to pay, man. I got lots of shit to pay. I got things I like to buy. Look at all this shit behind me. Shit ain't cheap. I have Tony Stark's heart here, guys. Do you know how many Avengers I had to kill / bribe to get that?
6.5.
3, actually. 3.5.
3.5.
But
and I will be sampling well, I've sampled it already, but on the air, I'll be sampling some of this in a little bit. Gloves, as you can see there. That
is
nice
yummy.
THC, a 30% THC, which is probably not a smart move by Todd, but it's okay. But it's fine. It's got like a nice, like gassy smell to it, which I'm not always a huge fan of because, like, as many people know, I'm stuck in my like old school ways and will ever be like that because I don't know, man. The 90s was the shit.
Not me.
So
I'm new old school.
I am more of the skunky, fruity, citrusy type of weed, which is like disappointing and it makes me sad to hear.
But that is also my favorite kind too. Like, and I do, like, I'd say 50% of the time, yearn for that marijuana taste. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why I do like having the dry or vaporizer, and I also like the disposable vapes. This one currently, I did not get from Joe's Buds, but that's okay because it is a little brand called Fair Shake.
Oh.
And I may be inhaling some beautiful marijuana that was nurtured and cradled like my balls in his hands by Todd. Todd probably touched at least something that's going in my mouth right now.
Oh, 100%. I handle pretty much all of the plants, or help handle pretty much all of the plants that go through that facility in one shape or another.
So
Yes.
rock out that Fair Shake brand. Go out to Joe's
Aroma Collective.
Buds and get hooked the fuck up. And like Joe's been going nuts with these commercials lately. Like they've been awesome. And we have, I wouldn't necessarily call it a short film. I would call it an introduction to what I hope will be many little shorts of adventures that. But we will have, which is a complete ripoff of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. We will have Todd and Joe go to Joe's Buds.
Yes. I will probably record that today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I found what I was speaking of earlier. I'm going to share my screen.
Let's hope this connection works for it.
Do you see my shared screen?
I do. So far,
Okay.
so good.
Let's see if this works.
But few people are as committed to pot smoking as I am. For I wake and bake. I rise with red eyes. Turn and burn. Pillow and billow. Roust and roast. Raisin toast. OJ and Roll J. Puff and muffin. Pancake and bake. Big bowl of raisin bran, big bowl of resin, man. Bisquick and quick, hit this shit. Bush and brush, froth and floss, scope and dope, Listerine and Mr. Green. Mach 3 Turbo and Pack the Herbo. Arm & Hammer baking soda and peroxide extra whitening toothpaste and smoke some fucking weed. My weed is my village. Arise, sticky green villagers. Big day ahead, meeting at the fire pits. Some of you won't be returning home this evening. But be brave, my nuggets, for the hour of weed is upon us. The time has come, for today we pack the crun at the crack of dawn.
That was good.
Dude,
Blaze,
the whole thing is,
Blaze and donuts glazed.
yeah, the that whole album is fantastic. Like my buddy got it like I said, probably like 20 years ago at Spencer's. And he like listened to it and shit. He brought it over one day. He's like, dude, you gotta fucking listen to this. This is fucking hilarious. We hadn't like he just picked it up. He had no idea like what it was. And yeah, dude, like I've been hooked. Now it's dated to a degree because it was like early 2000s. So basically, like there was a couple of states that had medical, and that was it. Like no recreational,
Right.
no anything of that nature. But yeah, dude, those guys. Like I don't know if you ever watched Doug Benson's Super High Me.
Oh yes, I have. I
Yeah,
love that.
so Doug Benson's fucking hilarious, and like Arj Barker I've heard of before, like Tony Kameen I hadn't, but they're all funny as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's on YouTube. Check it out if you want something to just you're doing some shit around the house, you want a good like background, whatever, for a good laugh. Like, yeah, I've gotten a couple of my names because in one of the skits they talk about like how friends have like nicknames for their friends, and they're like Pop must have a lot of friends. They go off like on a bunch of different like names for weed. So I've actually pulled a couple of the names I've used on here like from that
That's
segment.
funny.
Yep. So Joe, do you know what time it is?
Hang on. Let me. No, he did it. Before we go on, so on the thing I saw on the right, there was a Hulk Hogan tribute video there. Hulk Hogan passed away this week. We're not really going to talk about all that. It is what it is. But I saw a very funny thing that I think you will get a huge kick out of. So 7 years ago,
Mhm.
Hulk Hogan thought Bam Margera had passed away. It was probably one of those celebrity online things.
Mhm.
So he tweeted him and he said, "Damn, Bam, I wish you were still with us. I sure would love to hang out with my brother. Love you, miss you, HH." And he posted a picture of them together, right?
Mhm.
So Bam tweets him back and is like, "I'm alive, brother, but I miss you too." So Hulk Hogan passes away this week. Bam tweets the following with a picture of him and Hulk Hogan, same picture, and tweets Hogan, "Damn, Hulk, I wish you were still with us. I sure would love to hang out again, my brother. Love you, miss you, PM." This dude's been waiting 7 years to send this tweet. This shit's
He's
been
had it.
saved in the drafts. He has become an alcoholic and gone to rehab 12 times since this fucking tweet's been saved. It is no longer a tweet. It's no longer Twitter. It is X now, and that shit's been saved in there. And he's been waiting for this
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker to die to send that shit. And you know, the second TMZ broke that news, Bam was like, "Give me my phone! Give me my phone!" Wait, hang up, boom! And finally dropped the mic on Hogan.
Yeah. No, that's
That
fucking
shit's
great.
hysterical.
I'm giving Bam a lot more credit for everything now. Like shit like that he's got clean, that he's skating again. He's kind of like old Bam. But yeah, something like that is like what you expect from like old Bam. Like jackass Bam to be like, "Hey, here we
Shit's
go."
hysterical.
Yeah, no. The one thing I was annoyed with is you have to buy him in like the Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remaster.
Really?
Yeah, he's not, because originally he wasn't going to be in the game, and Tony Hawk was like, "Nah, that's not going to happen." So, they put him in, but like, yeah, because I was watching the opening scene, and it's like,
Is that
you know,
out yet?
like, yeah, it came out like a week or two ago.
Have you been streaming it, Todd?
No, I haven't even played much. I literally play
either.
whatever.
I thought I'd have more time to play switching to day shift, but that has not been the case lately.
Essentially summertime, spring and like summer, like I just, unless it's like shitty out, like I'm excited for two things. Like Sunday it's supposed to be crappy, and we had ordered a Switch 2 off Amazon, and it was supposed to come this coming Monday, and it showed up today. So that was fucking sweet.
Why
So
are we
now-
even recording right now?
So it came with Mario Kart. But my buddy got one, and he said that the Donkey Kong game is fucking amazing. I think IGN actually gave it a 10 out of 10.
So you're saying I gotta buy a Switch too?
They're hard to find. So I went on Amazon, searched for it, and I made sure it was through Amazon, but I had to request an invite for when it was available. And then I think the next day I got a email that had a link so I could go to it. Basically, it was so bots and shit couldn't buy the fuck out of it and resell it, and people.
It's saying
then I went-
available by invitation.
So if you click on that, it'll send you like, you'll be like, oh, I got it within like 24 hours. I got an email that was like, "Here's your invite. It's good for 24 hours." And it was $4.99 for both the system and the game.
I'm seeing that.
Now, we did order it last week, so I mean, it wasn't like it's here Prime 2 days. Like, it didn't ship until like, I think it shipped yesterday, and it was out of Lancaster, and it made it to the post office today. Because like, I am not having that delivered to my house. Fuck that shit. Nope. So, yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's I think with tax it was like $5.34. But yeah, no, heard the new Donkey Kong game is great. That fucking Mario Kart game looks pretty good. So
I just requested an invitation.
now, guess what?
What? Todd News.
Todd News, where the useless news comes first.
Coming first. Wait, what? That's not good. Anyway,
You always come first, Todd.
shh.
Bastard.
So we have a few odd news and then a couple world records.
Ooh.
Yeah,
This is
those
the
shits. We're still fucking smoking those. Both myself and my girlfriend really enjoy that.
Yeah, this
part.
is again the Jack Herrer. What I really like about, and actually, it's very not as strong with the Fair Shake, but it actually tastes like herb.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
All
good
right,
shit.
hit
It's
me
good
up,
shit.
let
All
me
right,
up.
here we go. Let me toki toki. All right. A North Carolina road was temporarily closed so crews could clean up the minty fresh mess of spilled toothpaste mixed with sawdust. The Ashboro Police Department said on social media that the incident occurred Wednesday morning on Gold Hill Road between Old Liberty Road and Giles Chapel Road. That means dick to me. Spilled
Oh well,
toothpaste mixed with
that's at that big intersection there.
Oh, the one with either the stop sign, the flashing
No,
light, or the
it has the
stoplight?
it's the flashing light one.
Oh, okay. Spilled toothpaste mixed with sawdust may smell good, but but it sure is slippery. The department said the roadway was reopened Wednesday afternoon. It's a lot of sawdust.
That's a lot of sawdust.
Here's one that must have been interesting and hilarious in the end. A 911 call about a person trapped in the rushing water of a canal led emergency responders in California to the discovery of a discarded blow-up doll. Fresno police and firefighters were summoned to the canal near McKinley and Peach Ave on a report of a person, possibly deceased, trapped against a grate by the rushing water. They arrived to find what initially appeared to be a body was, in fact, a life-size blow-up doll. Authorities alerted the irrigation district to have the doll removed. So they didn't even fucking take it out. They got there, the police and the firefighters are like, oh, it's a fucking blow-up doll. Call these other motherfuckers and tell them to get rid of it, not us.
Just take a fishing pole, hook the sumbitch, and reel it in.
Yeah, dude, or a big stick or some shit. Police in New Zealand responded to a similar situation last year when a woman walking her dog on the Tope Beach spotted what appeared to be the headless body of a woman washed upon the sand. Police arrived on the scene and discovered the apparent corpse was actually a realistic adult toy.
How realistic was it?
I don't know. So this one is this one's crazy. Like, just it's I don't know. I guess crazy is really just the best way to put it. This kind of like comes from Schenectady, actually. A man who stabbed his wife to death felt bad about the murder, so he traveled across multiple states to murder his ex-wife because she, unlike the first victim, deserved it.
I saw this shit.
According to a release from the Schenectady County District Attorney's Office, 38-year-old Timothy Taylor traveled from North Carolina to Schenectady, checked into a hotel, and snuck into the home of his ex-wife on the morning of May 28th, 2023, and stabbed her to death. He reportedly exited through the window and discarded his bloody clothes as he walked down the street, eventually taking a taxi to the hotel and to the bus station. At the time of the victim's murder, the Brooklyn Homicide Squad was already searching for Taylor in connection with the murder of his current wife on May 13th, 2023. Taylor was arrested at a bar in Philly and extradited to New York City for questioning by the New York Police Department, where detectives learned more about his motive. Taylor told the detectives that after he killed his then current wife, he felt bad and knew he had to come to Schenectady to kill his former wife because he harbored so much animosity towards her, and in his words, she, unlike the first victim, deserved it, the DA's office said in a release. Authorities noted that Taylor killed his ex-wife while her 3 children were in the home, 2 of whom were fathered by Taylor.
Todd, can you check the chat quick?
So that's that.
That's wild. That's wild.
Now it's time.
World records.
records.
World
and guess
records?
what?
What?
Serial Guinness World Record breaker David Rush is at it again.
Yeah. Okay.
He unofficially broke a record when he and a friend popped 10 balloons between their bodies in 7.5 seconds. Rush, who has more than 181 Guinness World Record titles to his name, most of them fucking stupid, originally teamed up with friend Jonathan Hollywood Hannon, also an idiot, and popped 10 balloons between their bodies in 15 seconds, enough to overtake the previous record of 17 seconds. The duo soon found their time and been beaten by Colton Shepard and Cameron Severson, who popped their balloons in only 11 seconds. Rush and Hannah made another attempt at the title, managing to get their time down to 7.5 seconds. Evidence from their attempt must now be reviewed by Guinness World Records before it becomes official. How much fucking time do people have to be like, hey man, let's see how quick we can break balloons between us? Like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
let's go to Canada. What's up?
Hang on. I'm going to share my page here in a second. Right, that's one for STEM. Hang on. My man, Mr. David motherfucking Rush. This dude. This is his website, Todd. Speaker.
David Record Breaker Rush.
Speaker, author, entertainer, most prolific Guinness World Records title holder on Earth, not Mars, mind you, on Earth. Like, dude, we just hit a treasure trove of Jedi. What is Jedi Fire Night? Fist bump, 3 blind dice? What is happening right now?
Is this somebody we should try to get on the show and
I
interview him?
Think so. Well, that's originally why I Googled, because I was going to send him a message. This is the first successful record time I've made since I busted my ribs in 3 places about a month ago. Fire sword spinning world record. We have the fist bump world record.
Wait.
Yo!
So what the fuck is the fist bump? Go up. I got to see what it is now. Like, how many times were fist bumps happening?
Hey there, folks. It's David Rush here with Jonathan Hollywood Hannon's eldest son, Joey, who also has a Guinness World Records title. Fastest time to put on a t-shirt in a handstand. We've been trying this one for a while now. It's resulted in some bloody knuckles. I've literally punched this kid thousands of times, and he's put up with it. How you feeling?
I'm almost sore right here.
Yeah, he made me check my wedding band off. As you can see, we got some
273
I don't know
in
what the
30
previous record
seconds.
was or how many we got, but I'm pretty sure we trounced it. If you like these videos, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yo!
The sound of it is. Yeah.
That's
I'm
insane.
good. Yeah. So
What else
yeah,
do
we
we
should
get?
definitely
3 blind dice. Sausage roll.
see. It's gonna be hard for me
It
if we
doesn't-
do though, because I just will want to be like, there's most of your shit is retarded, man. Like, but
This
I
is
will
the
be
balloon
good
one
or
you were
not,
just talking
but-
about, right?
What's that?
This is the balloon one?
No, that's 100 balloons. This was 10,
Oh. Blowing.
and
the
this was like
horn?
between their bodies.
Oh. Put it in
Yeah,
laundry.
that's just yeah.
All right, Mr. Rush. Like, about David image feed. Oh, he's got a Facebook. We can reach out to him on Facebook.
All right.
All right, go on, Todd.
So this one is the last one. I think I actually have a video for it.
Oh, I have fucked up facts too.
Is it-
I do have fucked up facts.
Oh, it's right there. Because I was like, what the fuck is this? But it's also amusing to watch. A Canadian woman with a talent for riding big-wheeled bikes broke 2 speed records at an Australian track while pedaling a penny farthing. Do you know what a penny farthing is?
Oh yes, a penny farthing. A penny farthing is it's that thing
Why are you googling
where
it?
a, it's her oh, it's the giant wheel ones.
Yeah.
So penny
So
farthing's the original bike with the big wheel and the
yeah,
little wheel
well, wheel.
and the
Lizanne Wilmot climbed her Victorian-style bicycle in Burnie, Tasmania, and broke the Guinness World Records for fastest speed on a penny farthing and fastest 1 kilometer on a penny farthing. Wilmot rode 1 kilometer distance in a time of 52.75 seconds, and her top speed was clocked at 25.92 miles an hour. So, I have. Share screen. And just gotta watch your fucking riding.
yeah.
Like, what?
What the serious fuck possesses somebody to want to do that?
I don't know.
Fuck
This
me.
one I didn't have written down, but I had the article because I know I put it in the chat, but I know sometimes you disappear for a while, so I don't know if you saw this or not.
Yeah, I do my prison sentence.
Yes. Police in northwestern Germany on Sunday, this was, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, said that several people were injured when a car veered off a road, hit a 7-year-old boy on a trampoline, and went flying into a barn roof on its side.
I actually
Police said that the car.
I saw this.
Did you see the picture?
Yes. Keep going.
Police said that the car first collided with a parked vehicle, broke through a hedge, and then drove into a garden when it hit the boy. The car then went over an uneven ground and was apparently catapulted into the air, ended up crashing into the roof of a neighboring barn about 10 feet off the ground. So I do have this pulled up because I wasn't sure if you saw it.
I had.
That is some just GTA shit to the max.
Right?
Like, how
that's
fuck?
That's a Happy Gilmore shot right there.
Dude.
Speaking of which, Happy Gilmore 2 yesterday.
I heard it's really good, to be honest with you. I've seen a few people say that it is really good.
It's MJF's in there, Becky Lynch is in there. MJF plays
Eminem.
One of the fucking Post Malone, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's part is actually pretty fucking Bad Bunny is his caddy. Like MJF plays his son, one of his sons.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the Sixth Sense kid is like the Shooter McGavin type character in the movie. It's pretty fucking hysterical.
Yeah, I think we're watching it tonight.
I saw 3/4 of it and fell asleep last night after a 16-hour shift.
All right, Joe. You got some fucked up facts for us?
I do. They're historical ones.
It works for me.
And Napoleon was attacked by a horde of rabbits during a celebration, leading to a surprising and embarrassing moment for the emperor. President Andrew Jackson had a parrot named Paul. Paul was kicked out of his funeral for swearing a bizarre and unusual occurrence. We have Valentina Tereshikova. She was the first woman in space. Valentina went without a toothbrush during her space mission, which was a surprising oversight. She did not brush her teeth the whole time she was in space. King Tut reportedly gave birth to rabbits, a bizarre and unscientific claim that was later proven false. So his subjects thought that he was able. Like, think about that. What if somebody was like, well, yeah, our president, he gives birth to rabbits all the time? What the fuck? These ones are not as fucked up as I thought they'd be. All right, let's go right here. Boom. Okay. Oh, so these are the same ones, but they actually give them a little bit more
Detail.
Yes. All right. So here's the Napoleon one. In one of history's most shocking upsets, the Emperor of the French was attacked by a horde of fluffy bunnies. The coup took place in July 1807 as Napoleon celebrated a victory with a traditional rabbit hunt. Rather than run away, however, the bunnies began swarming Napoleon and his men. Though amusing at first, the situation quickly overwhelmed some of Europe's foremost military strategists. So, Andrew Jackson's parrot. Before the sermon, while the crowd was gathering, a wicked parrot that was a household pet got excited and commenced swearing so loud and long as to stir the people who had to be carried from the house. Went without
fantastic.
a toothbrush during her 3 days. All right, she was only on the spacecraft for 3 days in 1963. To be fair, it wasn't her fault. Mission Control was actually in charge of packing essentials, as the pioneering cosmonaut had other, presumably more scientific things to focus on. All right. This is wild. In 1936, John Steinbeck, already a successful author, was knee-deep in what eventually became Of Mice and Men, arguably his most famous work. Then a minor tragedy stalked, Steinbeck wrote. My setter pup, Toby, left alone one night, made confetti about half of my manuscript. 2 months of work to do over again. There was no other draft.
Ooh.
So we almost got a completely different version of that book. And the last one I'll give you, which, you know what? I actually believe in this. In 1907, in France, one of the most unusual strikes in history unfolded. Better wages and working conditions were at stake, but so was something more unexpected, but proven to be far more worth. The right to grow their mustaches. The facial hair was at its peak popularity, but servers were forced to be clean shaven. And after 16 grueling days and 16 days of growth, the waiters returned to work. They did not get their desired 1 day off per week, but a fair pay structure was in place. But most importantly, they had their mustaches. They had their motherfucking facial hair. And as somebody who loves their beard and has no hair up top, so relies on my face makeup here to cover up all the chins I have, fight the power. Fight the power. What do we got, Todd? Is that 30% kicking in, my friend?
No, I just had to fucking burp soda. So I'll leave random channels on if I start watching a show and it'll change. So there was a show back in the day on Spike, maybe, or True TV, and it's world's dumbest whatever criminals, this, that, the other thing, and they had Todd Bridges and fucking Tanya Harding and all those people roast the videos. So I actually saw this topic on there. The video they showed, I could not find, but I did find one to, I guess, its equivalent. First, let me read you about this.
Yes.
It's called air sex.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now I'm going to read you the definition. I'm
Okay.
going to read you the definition of air sex. and then I will show you a video. Air sex is a performance activity invented in Japan. Clothed men and women simulate sexual activity with an invisible partner, often in an exaggerated manner, set to music, and in a competition before an audience. This is somewhat akin to playing air guitar, explaining the name. It was invented in Tokyo in 2006 by a group of bored men without girlfriends.
Yeah, makes sense.
There might have been some other shit going on there. So I'm going to show you. This is an air sex competition or championship.
Are they clothed when they do this?
For the most part.
Jesus Christ.
Like, there's nothing really, like, there's like a couple, whatever. Like,
I'm not just gonna see a
off.
dong just flapping while this guy's air humping, like just
This is on YouTube, so no.
Okay. I didn't know if you were
we're not on Pornhub. We're just on YouTube. This is from Washington, D.C.
Oh, so our nation's capital allows this to happen.
This is not a fucking game. This is the Washington, D.C. Air Sex World Championships.
Fucktastic, huh? Spider pussy? What the fuck is happening right now? Autoerotic? What the fuck? What was her name?
Red Hot Chili Pussy.
What's his name? What the? Can we even show this?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, what the fuck? What is wrong with these guys? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Anal Plug? What the fuck, dude? Now are they gonna have an air orgy?
I don't know. I
What
guess I was
the
more confused. I thought there was more people involved than that. So it's like you only had like what, 4 people or some shit. That's whatever. But yeah, so there. Now you've seen that. You can never unsee it, and we can definitely show it because that's all 100% on YouTube. So if YouTube's okay with it,
I don't know if my soul is okay with it.
it happens.
Oh, it that happened all right. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
All right, what's next, Todd?
So again, I'm always a person that I I question like, hey, where did this or who did this first? Da da da. So like the last time we recorded, it was like,
Autoerotic? His name was Autoerotic. What the fuck?
I don't know, Spider Pussy. I mean,
Red Hot Chili Pussy.
But yeah, so the last time we did a show, I did a segment called "Who Invented It." So I have a lot of time at work too to think. So I'm like, I wonder how some bands came up with their names. So we're gonna go through some, and if you have any you want to know, you could ask me because it's probably on this list.
So can we make it a game where you tell me what the original name was?
No, so that's something different, which I did find, but that's a massive list. Like, that's something I would literally have to, like, go through and, like, pick stuff. This one's not as crazy. This is, like, just how, like, musicians and bands, like, came up with their names.
Okay.
So, you know, this one I knew back in the day, though. 311, people were like, at one point in time, people were claiming it stood for KKK. They're like, it's three times the 11th letter, you know, whatever. But technically, it is police code for indecent exposure. One rainy day, Peanut, which is bass player, and some friends went skinny dipping in a public pool. They were apprehended by the police. One of Peanut's friends, Jim Watson, was arrested and cuffed while he was naked and taken home to his parents. He was issued a citation for a code 311. They found it amusing, so that's what they based their name on.
So since we're talking about music, and I think we actually talked about that when one of our early episodes, I think, because we were talking about favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I didn't know that story growing up. I'd heard the KKK thing, but I just got like the wickedest case of deja vu of you telling me that whole indecent exposure thing. It was kind of weird.
I don't know if I have. Maybe when we were talking about it, but I didn't know who got arrested for it. I just knew
I didn't know the later details. I just the penal code 311. Like I remember you saying that. But Ozzy died this week.
That's true.
Yeah. I loved Ozzy as a kid.
Let me see if... All right. So, just because, again, it's just a massive list. Black Sabbath. Originally known as Earth, the group wanted to change their name as another group had the same name. The group saw a local cinema playing a film titled Black Sabbath and marveled that people paid money to be frightened.
Huh. R.I.P. Ozzy. You fucking crazy, crazy man.
Blink 182. I didn't know this. I've listened to Blink for a long time. The Blink was thought up by Tom DeLonge when the band consisted of DeLonge, Mark Hoppus, and their friend Scott Rayner. The good
First
Blink
album.
182.
Oh man.
Well, their first three. He left after Dude Ranch.
In my mind, Dude Ranch is the real first album.
Oh yeah, Cheshire Cat and Buddha are really good. An Irish
That's
band
more your flavor than mine.
What's that?
Yeah. I could see like where you're saying the good Blink, like the earlier stuff's more your flavor, and the later stuff's more the poppy my flavor.
Yeah, I didn't like it when they all went all pop emo. That was weird. An Irish band was already using the name Blink, so they added a random number to the end. That's it. No other like huge significance other than they're like, oh shit. Well, okay, let's do this then. Everybody loves Ace of Base. The band's first studio was in the basement of a car repair shop, and they consider themselves to be the masters of the studio. Ace of Base was derived from Masters of the Basement. Let's see what else here. Do you have any that you would like to know? You're just like, I've always wondered how this band got their name.
I'm trying to think. A lot of the ones like the bands I like.
Did you know the
like growing
Backstreet
up-
Boys was named after a flea market in Orlando?
Yes, I did know that actually. And like I know like Lincoln Park, it was just they changed the spelling of the park. That one of them was like homeless, like sleeping in a car outside of. I think it was Chester. Um, what's another? Oh, Fort Minor. Derivative of the same band. I know Mike Shinoda. He wanted two opposing words, one to make to sound that was big and one that was small. So fort, like a big giant fort, and minor for small in the key, and that's where he got the name for Fort Minor.
I get you. The Beatles. The Crickets were
Okay.
cited as an inspiration for the name. I don't know who the Crickets were. The
I
Crickets
think
were
they
an
were
American
another.
rock and roll band from Texas. Oh, Buddy Holly. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Yep. Additionally, the misspelling of Beatles was a play on words describing the beat of the band.
Oh, what about Pink Floyd?
I saw that earlier. Let me scroll down to the P's. LMNOP. Just because I went to see them last night and I knew this, but Fish is just basically like their drummer's last name is Fishman. So it's just, and his nickname was Fish. So they just changed it to PH. It's also an onomatopoeia of the sound of a brush on a snare drum. Like, psh. So, Fish.
Okay.
Pink Floyd, playing under multiple names, including T-Set. When the band found themselves on the same bill as another band with the same name, Syd Barrett came up with the alternative name, the Pink Floyd Sound, after two blues musicians, Pink Anderson and Floyd Council. For a time after this, they oscillated between the T-Set and the Pink Floyd Sound, with the later name eventually winning out. The sound was dropped fairly quickly, but the definite article was still used regularly until 1970. The group's UK releases during the Syd Barrett era credited them as the Pink Floyd, as did their first two US singles. The albums More and Umaguma, both in 1969, credited the band as Pink Floyd, produced by the Pink Floyd. While Adam Hartmother, 1970, credits the band as the Pink Floyd, produced by Pink Floyd. David Gilmour is known to have referred to the group as the Pink Floyd as late as 1984.
I'm curious.
Go
I'm
ahead.
curious what it says for Limp Bizkit, because I know
We all know
think
what it is.
Right, but I think the origin. Let's hear what it says there.
Apparently, according to this, Fred Durst named the band Limp Bizkit because he wanted a name that would repel listeners. According to him, the name is there to turn people's heads away. A lot of people pick up the disc and go, Limp Bizkit? Oh, they must suck.
That's the story I knew.
That is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That he picked a name to repulse. I was to repulse parents is what I remember it as.
Yeah, that's not ever anything I heard ever.
Well, like it means a limp dick, like but like that's why he picked that name.
But people are also like, fucking like Ookie Cookie and all that shit. Like that's what also people were like being like, oh yeah, if you don't know what that is, look it up. I'm not gonna get into that one. Let's see. Just scrolling through here to see if any Nine Inch Nails, sole constant member Trent Reznor chose the name because it could be easily abbreviated and denied the name had any literal meaning.
Yeah, they're doing the whole album for the soundtrack or something that's coming out.
Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah. Fuck. What movie? I remember being
No Effects.
about it.
No
Okay.
Effects, which is one of my personal favorite punk bands ever. Guitarist Eric Melvin says that he came up with the name inspired by the broken up punk band Negative FX. The name is also meant to symbolize the band's rejection of gimmickry that the band was seeing in music at the time. Which is true. I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't mean this in a bad way, because this is the one thing I loved about NoFX was like they found a sound and every single album sounded the same.
Yeah, I agree.
They weren't all over the place with like, you know, look at like Green Day, you know, from like Kerplunk through like Dookie and Insomniac was pretty much the same thing. And then like Nimrod and then everything after that was like not what it was, you know. So
Well-
it was just like they never changed that shit.
So I'm gonna two things. Tron Ares, the new Tron movie coming out. Nine Inch Nails is
Oh,
doing
okay.
the whole-
Yep.
the score and the soundtrack for that. But so my best friend Sims, we will take his daughter sometimes when I have my kids. You know, they're all like the same age, and she always teaches me like the new slang terms and everything. And we were talking about, she made I guess emo. The kids are using the word emo a lot, and she referred to, we were talking about stuff in the song Last Resort by Papa Roach. She referred to that as emo. And I was like, that's not emo. I go, that's new metal. I go, Papa Roach didn't become emo till their next album. And we got into this huge debate about musical everything. So emo in today's language is not what it meant to us. Us, it was the sound, the style, everything put together. For the kids nowadays, emo just means anything that's emotional. Like there is no emo music for them. Like that's just like old, like punk or whatever they refer to. Emo is anything that's emotional, but if they're referring to like, oh, you're dressing emo, it means like that more dark kind of gothic. But goth is a whole nother thing. But like they went like we got in a huge debate. So then I broke it down. I go, yes, that's what might be what you say, but when you're calling pop like Last Resort emo, you're completely wrong because the sound of music is new metal. And I go, now let me play Scars for You, which was their next album or two albums later. I go, this is emo. And then I even showed how like Kobe Dix looked different, like where he had the frosted tips and the big Jinko pants and the black t-shirt and the chains with Last Resort. And then in Scars, he's got the feathered down haircut, the black eyeliner, the tight jeans and everything else. I'm like, that's emo. I go, you guys might call that, but you guys are using it wrong. It was derived from emo music, the style, the sound. It was all a package deal. You can't just take bits and pieces of it, you know? So Papa Roach.
Papa Roach. I was going to say something. Now I forgot because marijuana.
The story I always heard was that because it signified that they were like the king of the scumbags or something.
You know, that one actually, I have found that there's a couple that aren't in here, and that one is not, but I will look it up.
Okie dokie.
Papa Roach name origin. This says the name Papa Roach originates from a combination of two family names from lead singer Jacob Shattuck's family. His stepfather's last name was like Roach, but with a T, like Roatch, which was initially considered as the band's name. The band members then combined Papa, a nickname for Shattuck's grandfather, with Roach to create the band's name.
Huh.
There's another one that was like, so the Beastie Boys was just the Beastie Boys. Like, you know, there was another member, his name was John Barry, came up with the Beastie Boys. Now, after that name was whatever, they actually came up for an acronym for it. I don't know if you've ever heard about this or not. So Beastie, they came up with boys entering anarchistic states towards inter-excellence. That is what they came up with for an acronym. Now, again, that wasn't like this was the act name and they shortened it. Beastie Boys was their name, and then they later came up with
the acronym.
Yep. So, because Beastie Boys wasn't in here either. But I guess too, if that was just their name, like it wouldn't have whatever.
Like
Let's
Cypress Hill, that was from like the projects that they lived in or some shit or neighborhood.
yeah, I don't know if that one's in here. Let me actually look for that.
What about corn? I'd be curious about corn.
Cypress actually isn't in here. Corn. Let's see.
I think it's just like some random thing they fucking picked because they did have a different name. Like it was like a one-word kind of name. It was real like kind of fucking stupid and generic.
Name for corn for the band is deliberate misspelling of the word corn. It's backwards. I guess the backwards K is inspired by the Toys R Us logo. The band members, particularly Jonathan Davis, were influenced by a specific incident involving the word corn and a friend's reaction to it, which led to the band's name. The band members also wanted a name that would be memorable and easy searchable online, even if it meant... That doesn't make sense. I don't think the internet was really a huge thing when corn first started.
It was starting to get big, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like right around that time. 7th grade, like 6th, 7th grade was when their first album came out, and that was like 97. Like the internet was starting to be a thing.
Hold on, let me see. Fucking albums. 94 was when the self-titled came out.
Yeah, that would have been about the beginning of the internet.
Yeah, it just seems, I don't know. For something so new, that seems weird to me for them to be like, we want this easily searchable online. Like, I don't know.
Well, if you remember, like even like Space Jam had a website that only maybe in the last decade was taken down. Like when the internet got invented, it immediately like went big. Like I remember all my comics from when I was in like 4th, 5th grade that promoted Marvel's new website. And I remember being in 5th grade and we got dial up and waiting for 2 hours in Turkey. I lived in Turkey at the time, waiting for the homepage of the Marvel fucking website to fucking log on because everybody just started immediately putting everything up there. Like once they realized that they could connect the world together, I think everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna just make this better." Yeah, they might have done that. They might have said that in like retrospect, and maybe initially it was for advertising, so it would stick out anyways. Yeah. But it definitely yeah. So what else do we got, Todd?
We got The Offspring. After a B movie called The Offspring, They Were Born to Kill. Until 1986, the band was named Manic Subsidal.
Oh, I like The Offspring better.
Let's see what else.
I know Foo Fighters is named after that's what they used to call fighter jets that went after UFOs in like the 40s or 50s or something.
Yes. Yeah. Rage, when the band formed in 1991, they chose the name of a song Zach De La Rocha had written for his old band, Inside Out.
Yeah.
Real Big Fish. The band chose this name in favor of The Fisher King, a reference to the film of the same name, as well as Dull Boy Jack, a reference to The Shining. The final name was chosen almost arbitrarily under the notion that it could be changed later. Bassist Matt Wong suggested Real Big Fish, like R-E-A-L, and Aaron Barrick suggested to change the A to a second E. However, the name stuck, much to the chagrin of the band.
So I got one last one that I want to know.
Yeah.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Stones.
Let's see if...
I'm making Todd do work.
I should know this since they were like my favorite ska band of all time. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones originated from a combination of factors. Initially, the band was known as the Boss Tones, but added Mighty Mighty to avoid confusion with a 1950s a cappella group also named the Boss Tones. A bartender friend suggested the addition, and the band adopted it to prevent potential legal issues.
Huh. That's way less cool than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's
All right. It's okay. They can let me down. It's all right. It's all right. All right. We got anything left? We've been going for an hour now, Todd.
I know.
Welcome back.
Because it's one of also my favorite ska bands, the Toasters. It originated from the ska music scene and its connection to Jamaican slang. The term toaster in Jamaican refers to a DJ who toasts over instrumentals, effectively speaking or chanting over the music. The band's founder, Robert Bucket Hingley, adapted the name because it reflected the band's energetic and progressive or percussive style, reminiscent of the toasting style in Jamaican music.
So, I have a question.
Yeah, what up?
Why haven't we had a dance party this whole fucking episode?
Yeah!
And can we say hi to my friend who travels the world?
I'll take all of it.
I am. He goes to London.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry.
I feel at peace finally.
Yeah, we actually, I know it was not the wrestling show, but a wrestler that we know by the name of Mr. Bill Collier made kind of a debut in TNA the other day. Now,
Huge
it wasn't
debut.
anything, it wasn't, anything crazy, but enough to gain the, hey, who's that? Who's this big dude? He's wearing a suit, but he just dropped this motherfucker, like... And Bill deserves it, dude. Like, he absolutely deserves it.
And he's the nicest guy, too.
Oh,
and,
he
like,
really is.
The crazy thing is, and the thing I loved, is the fact they had him head to toe in the suit because this man is a fucking Adonis. There's not an ounce of fat on his body, and he is just, ugh. And the fact that just putting him in a suit, he looks scurry. Like... I can't wait till he comes out and just starts whooping ass. Makes me want to watch TNA now.
I actually, because I have Sling TV, so I do have the Access channel, so we have like watched it on there. I meant to the other night and completely forgot because it was like live from somewhere, so I wanted to. But no, TNA is actually really good. It's better than fucking AEW. You okay, man?
Oh, I get stuck.
But it's definitely like it's better than AEW. Like AEW is fucking garbage compared to TNA. And it's a lot. And what's cool about it is there's a lot of people that got released from WWE that are in TNA, and TNA pretty much has that relationship with WWE,
which is huge now.
The other night there was a fucking match between Mustafa Ali and fucking Cedric Alexander.
Dude, I'm loving these collabs that they're starting to do.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, so I think we're doing that
Tuesday.
Well, I won't be
which
here,
would be tomorrow when this airs. So it'll be tomorrow. I think me and Garrett are going to be going on probably early. And it's basically, we've taken a couple weeks out. I don't know if Drew's going to be able to make it or not. I haven't heard from him in a little bit. But we're going to just kind of go over the SummerSlam cards, some predictions. We might talk about Rick Derringer a little bit. Guy who made Hulk Hogan's theme song. He died today.
He passed away yesterday. Yeah, I think it was, But yeah, that's weird.
I think WWE is just erasing Hogan from history now, apparently.
The Vince Steen list.
Yeah, right. Holy shit. What if there was like a McMahon list? I'm just saying. Vince McMahon didn't kill himself. He got blown up in a limo.
He got blown up in a limo. Holy fuck. That's not the real McMahon. Vince McMahon really died in the limo that night. This is not real Vince McMahon.
They're tarnishing his legacy. It has been a body double now for 15 years. He died in that limo explosion.
That was botched.
Was it Stone Cold that killed him? No, he faked
No, it
his
was
death.
DX.
No, he faked his death. He faked his death.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I thought it was DX. No, Stone Cold
because
dropped the fucking thing on the DX bus. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, but no, he faked his death because he was really Hornswoggle's dad or some shit.
Yep,
it was something
and wanted
along
to have
those
a kid with Stephanie. What?
Yeah, some weird. Oh god. In
All
retrospect,
right, that's enough of that.
All right, and I think I'll be releasing MCFU. It's episode me and Drew did. I believe we're on Incredible Hulk. We did one episode and then we did 2 episodes, haven't done anything for about a month. And then I'm going to start rolling those out week to week pretty much as possible. Todd and Joe Morning Show, we're going to attempt to do this every week, get it back to you, because we know all 7 of you have been foaming at the mouth waiting for our return. Your summer has been shit. You haven't gone outside and enjoyed the weather because you haven't started your week off with a little knock on your door. So, peace
Joe's
up,
Buds.
A-Town down, Joe's Buds, Niche Nerd Network. Fuck it, we're out.